Hello everyone, my name is Marlis Bianes Apat and I am here to show you the changes of matter. But before that, let's have an overview of what is it all about. So there are two types of changes in matter. First one, we have the physical change. The physical change and then the next one is the chemical change. So when we say physical change, it affects the substance's physical properties, whereas a chemical change affects its chemical properties. So, karon siya murag pag chemical change, murag ang iyang ma-change ba kay iyang chemical properties. And when we talk about physical change, silbi kung unsa iyang nawong or unsa iyang appearance, and it will change, but it's gonna still be the same. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the 5 different examples of physical change and chemical change. So let's go! So as you can see, we have here a boiling water. It is still considered as physical change since even though its appearance is different because it is boiling, the components of water, which is hydrogen and oxygen, are still visible even though it's boiling. So we still have H2O in the water. So it's considered as physical change. So another example of physical change is here we have dissolving sugar and water. So dissolving sugar in water, it is a physical change because as you can see, sugar molecules are dispersed within the water, but the individual sugar molecules are unchanged. In the chemical change, the molecular composition of a substance completely changes and a new system is formed. Here is an example of a physical change. So, this is a chopped banana. So, even though we chop the banana, it doesn't create a new substance. It is still a banana. So here is another example of physical change. So as we can see, although I cutted the paper, no new substance was formed, and even though its physical appearance changed, these are still papers. Melting chocolate is considered as physical change because it involves the changing of matter from a solid state into a liquid one without any change in the chemical composition. Moving on to chemical change. So the burning of paper is considered as a chemical change as the paper after burning changes into ashes and fumes of gases evolve. Lighting a match and letting it burn is an example of a chemical change. When a match burns, it undergoes a chemical change. To keep the fire going, the match needs more oxygen that is available from the air alone. Another example is burning a sugar. Fire activates a chemical reaction between sugar and oxygen. The oxygen in the air reacts with the sugar and the chemical bonds are broken. Food digestion is considered a chemical change because enzymes in the stomach and intestines break down large macromolecules into simpler molecules so that the body can more easily absorb the food. A chemical change means that something is permanently changed and there's no way to get it back. The proteins in the egg white yolk are subjected to high heat. They change into varying proteins, so it is considered as chemical change. So, in conclusion, a physical change affects the physical properties of the substance, whereas a chemical change affects the chemical properties of the substance. Physical change does not result in the formation of a new substance. So, physical changes in nature are mostly reversible, whereas in chemical change, its changes are mostly irreversible. It is important important to understand the differences between physical and chemical changes. It helps to think of chemical changes as those involving changes that don't change the makeup of the substance, while chemical changes are those that create a new substance. Physical changes also involve energy. Thank you. That would be all.